Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to another exciting episode of Carving the Divine TV. My name is Yujiro Seki. I'm a director, writer, and the producer of the documentary Carving the Divine. Carving the Divine is about the Buddhist Sculptors of Japan and are ready to present it for the first time in the world. But before I do so, I thought it would be a great idea to introduce basic concept of Buddhism and the history of Buddhism so that when you guys finally watch my documentary, you guys can watch at the maximum value. So today, we're gonna talk about something very different. You know, you guys might say, you know, you're lying. You are not talking about the Buddhism. Well, you know, I'm not talking about the Buddhism, but you know, it is an important concept that I would like to address, which is to get along with everybody, because there are many religious traditions around the world, and each one of us claims, you know, we are the right religion. So I know the Buddhists are not like that, but you know, I just wanted to have something different. You know, we've been talking about the concept of interfaith, and what is it exactly? And you know, we can always talk about the love and compassion all day long, but if we don't take it to action, it's just an empty rhetoric. So you know, I can keep going forever, but you know, I thought it would be a great idea to introduce somebody who's practicing this every day. She doesn't just talk to talk, but she walk to walk. You know, a very rare person. So I would love to introduce to you the founder of a Religion Today Film Festival, Miss Lia Beltrami. Welcome to our show.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. It's so wonderful to be with you. Hello to everybody. And I feel really at home to be invited for this talk. And I'm so, so happy because I lived with you exactly a true experience of concrete and real interreligious dialogue last year with Carving the Divine in Italy. So that's the right place where to talk each other.
Wonderful, wonderful. I know you are super famous in your community. I've witnessed that. But just in case, for the people who don't know anything about you, please introduce yourself.
I'm Lia Beltrami. I'm a filmmaker, and I dedicated the mission of my life. I dedicated all my life to interreligious dialogue. So I try to, in every film I make, I try to have a space for interreligious dialogue. My home is a home where people and Orthodox rabbis are coming, imams and sheikhs and monks, everyone that want to take a breath, come and stay with us a little bit. And exactly, let me think, 23 years ago, exactly, I founded Religion Today Film Festival. And then 10 years ago, I founded Women of Faith for Peace. So these two big realities are crossing one to each other and are really part of my life.
Wonderful, wonderful. You mentioned about the Religion Today Film Festival. I think this is one of the unique film festivals that I've been to, and it was a very, very deep spiritual experience. You know, so to speak. But you know, you told me a little bit about how it started, but please tell us a little bit more about it. So we want to know more about the Religion Today Film Festival and how you can facilitate interfaith dialogue in your festival. Please tell us.
So it all started about 25 years ago. I was a filmmaker. I was working in Africa to film very difficult social and human rights situations. And I said, oh, I would love to come and live here with my husband. But then I thought, okay, if I come and live in Africa, I would be always on a higher level because the people would come and because maybe I was taking money and so on. So I wouldn't be equal like all the other people. So I say, no, I need to do something for my own society. And what is the biggest issue now that can be a real danger in the future? So I said, it's religions. They are using religions to put one against each other so that's the first danger. They are using religions to promote conflict. And from the other side, they are trying to take away religions from the cinema and art, saying no religion, no faith, so you can talk to everybody. And I said, no, this is not the way. I can be truly myself if I understand that I'm a big pillar and you are a big pillar. And we can build a beautiful and strong bridge if we are strong pillars. So we need to build these bridges to have humanity to walk on them. And I said, okay, there is not in the world a film festival for interreligious dialogue, intercultural, and promote this meeting with the filmmakers. And then I thought, okay, a filmmaker is a multiplicator of opinion. Because if you make a film with positive and light, you enlighten thousand people. So I thought, okay, if I can invite here for a coexistence laboratory, 20, 30, and then they became 80 in some years, filmmakers from all over the world, and they live together, and we have a truly spiritual, strong experience together. When they go back home, the next film won't be the same. When we started, it was really 23 years ago, they wrote on the newspaper, oh, that's such a stupid project, it won't last 1 year. And now it's becoming the 23rd edition, and it is stronger and stronger every year. So that's the beauty of working not for ourselves, but trying to find out the light and spread the light.
Interesting. So you told me about the promoting interfaith dialogue, but can you give us some concrete examples of what this means when you do your festival? Like maybe there's something happened in the past and something positive happened. Anything, please tell us.
Let's say they say there are 3 levels for interreligious dialogue. There is the academic level with the university professors studying scriptures, books, and so on, and say, okay, these are matching, these not, and they spend life on that, and I respect. There is the level of interreligious leaders who are meeting together. I respect that. But the one that really interests me, it's the meeting of people, the everyday life interreligious experience. And so let's say what is so strong. First of all, I tell you something very personal, but then we will go back on this maybe. So to understand, I'm Christian Catholic. I love my spiritual path, but I love to find the light in every religion, because I become more rich every time. One of the strongest experience, I tell you, in all my life, it happened for me in Japan. I was to film, I had to make a documentary, and I was there with my daughter Mariana, and I was for many days in a temple, the Temple of the Tiger. And I lived with the monks and the fire ceremony, and there was every morning we went down in the dark, walking blind, and then there was a little light, and we followed the light to come out of the labyrinth. And that was strong. But then when I finished that experience, okay, sleeping was not easy because it was very hard on sleeping not on a bed, but I love the food, I love the monks and the nuns, and it was so amazing. But then I went to Kanazawa, and in Kanazawa, I went to visit the Suzuki Museum. This museum about the Zen master, it was so strong, very modern, very different from the temple, all concrete, all empty, no statues, nothing. Apart, I went in, and there was this long corridor, and at the end, the light came in. And I had such an experience inside myself I cannot express. From that day on, I started to live past, present, and future all together, not to separate them. And that experience changed completely my spiritual. I didn't change religion. but my Christianity became much more free and much more full of past, present, and future. And so that's the big, or let's say an experience during the film festival, a big experience. At the beginning, we had filmmakers from the Jewish ultra-Orthodox people from Jerusalem. And you know, it is a very closed community. The Haredi people, they don't meet with other people. They don't meet with other Muslims or Christians, not at all. They came in Trento and they asked us if we could help them to prepare the Shabbat dinner, the sacred dinner for them. So we helped, and then they said, okay, maybe we can open up for other filmmakers. So we had Muslim, Palestinian filmmakers attending and eating the sacred food of the Shabbat. At the end, everyone was crying, everyone. And the next day, the Muslims said, okay, now we will prepare a singing and praying. So, because our food they cannot eat, but at least singing and praying together. And it was amazing, amazing. That's when I say the deep experience of interreligious dialogue. Another time, it's a nice joke, but we had here in Trento the most handsome Iranian actor, very famous. I didn't know he was so famous, but very handsome man. And I like to joke saying, oh, I spent one night with Hossein Ali. Yeah, that night, it was a very special night because the Muslim Shiites from Iran, they were crying during all the night for the death of their Imam many centuries ago. We really shared that night in a room with Hossein Ali, crying and praying and crying for this. It was such an experience. And my life changed there too, like it happened in Japan. So that's the everyday interreligious dialogue.
Wow, thank you for sharing the beautiful stories. I mean it, you know, I mean, this is a, you know, one heck of venue. I think I encourage everybody to go, really. So, but how can you promote interfaith dialogue? You know, I understand, you know, some people go to your festival and have a deep spiritual experience and such, but, you know, many people are not fortunate enough to go to your festival. So what can we do to promote interfaith dialogue? Please tell us.
It's a very good question because everyone can do something in his or her own life for this. So first, definitely, is to learn about each other because the fear comes from ignorance and violence comes from fear. So if we go at the root and take away the ignorance and we learn from each other, if I learn about Buddhism, carving the divine, carving the statues, my life will be much better. So if I learn how much the Muslims take care of charity, I will understand more about them. If I learn about meditation, my life will be much better. So in our personal life, the first step is to learn. Watch the documentaries, watch films, read and learn other traditions. Second step is to look around in your own community around you. If there is another religion that they have a celebration, go and take part, share moments, share the celebration, share the candle ceremony when the Buddha was born, share the Eastern for Christians. You will get really so much. And the third step is to react. When you read people or you read on the social media a lot of things promoting hate and violence. React with a smile, with love, with compassion. Don't be silent. React and say, no, we can build something different. We can build a better world. And then if we have the chance to meet a person of another religion, take our time, sit down, drink tea or a coffee together, share and listen, and exercise ourselves to listen to the other. So our heart will open up day by day in listening, in learning to listen. The other person is a gift in my life. So the religion of the other person is a huge gift in my life. So I can practice them every day.
Wow. I'm all in there with you. Awesome. Uh, so now, since you mentioned about the interfaith dialogue, but, what does interfaith dialogue mean to you? And again, why is so important?
It's a very, very important point and question. The interreligious dialogue is not changing myself to another or being afraid that someone can persuade me to change religion. Interreligious dialogue is creating a place where everyone can be what they are. You come to our festival, you come to Italy, you come to, or we meet, you must feel you can be completely yourself. And your religion is a gift for me. And at the same, if you listen and accept, I can give you my gift. I mean, I can tell you how much leading a spiritual life is important, whatever religion you're following. Religion is really a help. And every person has a different mission in a different religion. So we must go deeper in the roots of our mission. And what will come out is love, spreading love. So that is the first point. But then, because let's go back some years. It was 2001, 11 September 11, Twin Towers. So we were having the festival since 4 days at that time, 4 years at that time. And I mean, when it happened, we said, okay, how can we promote interreligious dialogue when the Twin Towers are falling down? And the world is at borderline of a clash of civilization. And so I said, no, this is the right place and the right time. Let us start to build much stronger interreligious bonds. So let us find all the Muslims communities who wants to dialogue with us. And let us find all the Christians and the Jews and the Buddhists and the Hindus communities who wants to dialogue. And let us build this big, big family. So I started to go around in the world, in the corners of everywhere in the world, to find people who wish to share this. And I started to put the people in connection. So that's what we tried to build. And nowadays it's really working. It's really working because, for example, when we could have, when we had two nations in war, conflict, Syria and Israel, and we could bring together filmmakers from Syria and filmmakers from Israel to share an experience together. That is the interreligious dialogue. And it's so strong that they started to build peace. I mean, there is not yet peace there, of course, but that's happening so much and so strong.
Wonderful. It's not about the competition. So it's about the, having the people in the same place or maybe different place, but start the dialogue and get rid of the ignorance. So I got it.
And the sharing, and especially sharing. when I see Carving the Divine and I see your film again, you share with me something very sacred and very special for you, for your religion, for Buddhism. And I become like to win a lot of money, and you put in the bank here a lot of money, so your treasure becomes bigger. So I receive a lot from your film. I put in my bank, spiritual bank, and my spiritual treasure become bigger.
I appreciate that. I really enjoy being your festival. You know, we had a really good, conversations with different people, and I love learning about the religious traditions from different people and different culture. So it was a really great choice that I went there. But I'm just always just curious. I know it's not right question to ask, but since almost 1 year has passed. So why did you choose Carving the Divine? So I'm sure there are many films out there, but you are nice enough to choose Carving the Divine. So I was always wondering about that.
Yeah, I was exactly in the selection committee for documentaries. We had more than 1,000 documentaries in competition, and we could choose only 20. You can. We divided in small groups, and then every film was seen by at least 3 people. Okay, but anyway, after so many films, it was impossible. So I just said, okay, I'll try to get the energy. Immediately from the first minutes of Carving the Divine, I got the energy. In some ways, watching it, I got, ooh, there is something more. It's not like no, here is art, spirituality, life, love, and that's what we are trying to bring. So we said we have to take this film, and I was so happy when it got the award. So really happy.
No, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm very honored to be there. Yeah. I was honored to be there, and hopefully I can make it there sometimes in the near future as well.
Oh yes. As soon as this big situation will change, uh, they will definitely invite you, because everyone loved you when you were here, and you were a sign of interreligious dialogue, because you could talk with people. So another important thing is to learn a foreign language, a common language. Your English is so good, so you could really express and present and explain to a lot of people. So that was also another very strong point for interreligious dialogue.
Yes, for Buddhist people or people who are interested in Buddhism. So, what's the relationship with you and your organization and Buddhist organization? So, we are curious. Please tell us.
Yeah, that's very good, because especially in the first years when I was also founder and director of the film festival, I started to collaborate with the Association for Buddhism Associations in Europe. And we had an award called the Oriental Religions Award, every year given in the festival. And they were the monks from near Florence. There is a Buddhist monastery with the monks, and they used to come and watch the films and give the award. So one day they came to me and said, okay, we will have a 1-week retreat with the Dalai Lama. Wow. And would you like to come? And I said, okay, I would love, of course, to come, but do you want me to do something or just come and listen? I will be happy to come and listen. No, please. You choose one movie, one film or documentary every evening about monks and nuns in Buddhism and Christianity. And you compare the differences in lifestyle, and so in front of the Dalai Lama. So it was so exciting. I studied and picked up all the films. And so they used to have their exercise, meditations, prayers the whole day, and teachings of the Dalai Lama. And every evening they were watching the films for Religion Today Film Festival. It was a really, really very, very strong experience. So I hope the bonds will be even stronger. I cannot say much because I saw the documentaries of this year, but there are very good things. And also my personal, I have a very strong link with Buddhism, because especially some part, the meditation and when you say the study of compassion, the concept of compassion, I'm studying when I can the Buddhist meaning and understanding of compassion and trying to put in my life. So I have some what I call my masters of peace. I have some teachers in the world, a sheikh and a rabbi, and also I have a Buddhist monk in north of Thailand. And Venerable Chavat, he has a temple, the temple of peacocks. So it's full of peacocks, and he's there, and he's building a huge, huge pyramid called the Pyramid for Interreligious Dialogue. So he wants to have inside the big pyramid all the symbols of all religions. And what you get into, he wants that the youth from all over the world can go there. They have fears, they feel guilty, they feel not accepted. They go inside the pyramid, they meditate, they stay inside the big with the peacocks outside showing the beautiful color, and they can be healed and they can gain strength to go on in the world much better. And so that's the Buddhist monk. He's my teacher and my master.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I understand it's not only about the European Abrahamic religion, but you really want to have a religious traditions from all over the world.
Yes, yes, yes. That's so important, so important. That's why I try to go more times in Japan and in Thailand and in India, Sri Lanka. And I try to go to see films, meet experiences, and try to go a little bit deeper and deeper. And that's so important. And I think what we call the Oriental religions, of course, for you it's not Oriental religion, but we call Oriental religion. I think that especially Buddhism and also Zen practice, Taoism, but Buddhism it's so important nowadays, because just before the COVID lockdown, all the world was having higher and higher conflict. Social media were throwing very bad words and tension and tension and tension. So the people are being destroyed by this tension. So I thought Buddhism needs to be all around to bring peace inside the people. Otherwise, we cannot build peace outside. And Buddhism is the first and really master religion for teaching peace inside your heart. So that's why the whole world needs Buddhism for this.
Well, I'm totally impressed how open-minded and really you're willing to learn. But I also respect the fact that you keep your faith as a Christian woman, and it's a very important. Nobody's trying to change your religion, or my religion, or other people's religion. So I truly believe your festival is groundbreaking. I'm so excited. So anyway, you told me in the beginning that you have another organization going on. It's called Women Peace for. I don't know how to say it, but
Women of Faith for Peace.
Okay.
And that's 10 years ago. I said, okay, conflict is coming again so strong in the world. We are doing as much as we can with cinema. So I asked a group of young people Andrea, Ola, Sara, Alberto, to take on with the film festival. And I said, let me dedicate to women, because women are mothers, and mothers are those who teach to the baby born words of love and compassion. And so if we put together a lot of women and to teach their own children and their own communities to be in dialogue, to overcome conflicts, that can change. That can really make a change. So we started from Jerusalem, putting together 8 women leaders in religious communities, Jewish ultra-Orthodox, Jewish Orthodox, Muslim and Christian Catholic and Christian Maronites, and Bedouins and Druze and secular. And these women came to Italy for the first time 10 years ago. And they said we were enemies. We never spoke each other in our place. We never even stayed in the same room. And now here, we wanted also to share the rooms at the last day, because we needed to use all the minutes in the night to become sisters. So these women in Jerusalem, they are really making the change. When there were, after a few years ago, there were again conflicts and killed people, they made some photographs together and they calmed down all the violence. Really, they are doing. So we said we should inspire people from all over the world. So also a Buddhist woman, very leader, a woman leader in her community. She came from India and she's strong and trying to work there, a Hindu woman. And then in Africa started a very important group with Anita Stokey-Ford in Ghana. And then in Colombia, where there is the drug dealers, we said, what can we do? We cannot stop the drug merchants, but what can we do? We can put together women whose husband has been killed by the narcos and women that are parts of the narcos. Let us try to put them together. So we started a project in the mountains of Colombia and then Kosovo as well. We put together the leaders of all the religious minorities in Kosovo and start to talk together, share, so we can make a change. So we are just trying to inspire women all over the world to make a change. And in these days, tomorrow, in these days, yes, July 30, it's the day, the International Day Against Human Trafficking of United Nations. And for that day, all the women of Faith for Peace are making a video, and we are making a worldwide campaign to say, stop the human trafficking. So that's another step in this situation.
Wonderful, wonderful. So now we have to wrap up our show, but yeah. So what's going on in your world, and what's happening for Religion Film Festival for this year? So the Religion Today Film Festival for this year. So because of the COVID-19, so you're gonna go online, and what's happening?
So we had a strong time during the strict lockdown. We always met online and said, let us work, it's our time, support each other. At the end of this, we decided that yes, the film festival, there will be. This is the poster of last edition film festival, and Religion Today will happen in cinemas, because we said, we need to give back something to the desperate filmmakers all around the world, that they don't have cinemas to show their films. They have only online film festivals, but you're losing all the strength of giving back to a filmmaker the satisfaction that your film is in the cinema. So we have cinemas outside and 2 cinemas inside with half people. They can enter only one yes, one no, one yes, one no, but we will have. Only schools for students will be online, but all the rest will be direct. But then to give the opportunity for all who cannot come. On the Facebook page of Aurora Vision, you can watch the direct of every event of the festival, September 23rd, September 30th. So you will watch the discussions on Facebook, Aurora Vision Facebook page, and you can, if you can come to Italy, you can attend the screenings, and the filmmakers will have a little more strength.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, if you have opportunity, definitely you will want to go to Trento, Italy for Religion Today Film Festival. So thank you so much for today. So if you think this information is useful, make sure to subscribe my YouTube channel, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and like me on my Facebook, because that's how we do it in the 21st century. So thank you very, very much, Miss Lia, for this great opportunity to talk about your beautiful, beautiful festival.
Thank you. Thank you. You are wonderful. Great, great, great job. Thank you.